It's not how you dance. It's not how you dance to this. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the pit. I'm just gonna stay here, not do anything. Look at the chat. It's quiet, so I'm gonna be quiet too. Just gonna stay here. Stay here for a while. Boy, we have a lot to talk about today. And the main thing that I wanted to talk about was, hey, look at the title of this YouTube stream. Look at it. Look at the live stream's title. What do you see? You see the what? You see the how? You see the when? And you see the why. What I'm about to show you here is going to make you money. I'm not even kidding. If you can't do it after today's video, then you should unsubscribe from Carl the Moon as soon as possible, because you're not helping yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, trading the markets, Bitcoin derivatives, Cryptopocalypse now, the trendsetter, the chart go-getter is going to break it down for you today. But we're not going to talk about the charts. We're going to take a look at some of the goodies that Transgenic has been working on in the shadows. We're going to pair it up with MarketSpy, the undisputed king of market analysis tools, currently available to retail. But if you wanted to know what the fuss is all about, I'll tell you. The reason we got that title going for ourselves tonight is because it is my opinion that traders should focus on one particular instrument at a time. And it should be liquid. It should be volatile, because the more it moves, the more money you make, the more chances you have of surviving the market, because one bad mistake, you know, price will come back for you. Get a bad entry, you can correct it later. It moves up and down, mostly up. So that is the what. The market is what you should be focusing on, and I think people investing in crypto are on the right track. I've been saying this before, but the dollar is the king still, but crypto is going to take over eventually. I believe so. And so if you're invested in crypto, then obviously you better have an edge if you're dreaming of day trading it. Thing is wild, but it's predictable if you know the how. Now the how of this puzzle is Bybit Pro. Bybit Pro just stepped the game up so hard that I'm hesitating to even start this video. Together with MarketSpy, these two, the dynamic duo of the trading world, the most ambitious, relentless, powerful tool set available to retail traders and professionals today in the space of Bitcoin derivatives. When it comes to trading altcoins, there are no alternatives right now. No tools, no indicators, no community like ours. It comes even close. But here's the thing. If Bitcoin The market is the what. And Bybit Pro, the tool of all tools, trader's dream come true, is the how you participate in the market. And MarketSpy is the when you should be looking for a setup. Last night in the platoon, well, what about the platoon? The platoon is always, it doesn't sleep. Lots of great charts and everything, but we have established that this is an uptrend market, obviously, if you haven't noticed. So any dip that was incoming last night, the first setup on MarketSpy is an intraday trade that you should take eyes closed, because things are looking good for Bitcoin, and we should ride the wave. So that's the when. MarketSpy told you clearly on the charts when to get in on the trade, and a lot of you did. Congratulations. So did I. And we finally have the why. Why do all this? And the reason is very simple. It's because we want to kill them off. One by one. All the fake gurus, trading experts, ex-poker players, turned day traders, all these wannabes need to go with their outdated, regurgitated textbook trading material, predictions, wild speculation, no consequence, and the endless losing of the money to the poor people who want to learn and follow and establish some sort of ground on which they can stand. The why is very simple. Bybit Pro and MarketSpy are here to grant you freedom, independence from everybody, your friends, your family, the gurus you follow, the groups you're in, even Cryptopocalypse Now. This is so that you can trade on your own and make it something that benefits you long term. And we're going to continue to innovate, to bring fresh ideas to this space, because no one else is doing it. So let's take a look at what all the hype is about today. MarketSpy, we already know. Great, undisputed, untouchable. Psst. Don't name any other things that start with market, because... But Bybit Pro, today's your day. And we're here to explore, worship, and adore your new form. What you bring to the table that is going to definitely accelerate the process of making money with these tools for us, the end users. Happy Monday. Let's start it off right. Grab some coffee and join me at the desk. Or better yet, let's jump right inside the pit and see what we can find there. A little surprise that's waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, stream will start in about 5 to 10 minutes when we get some more people in here. 20 minimum, or we're going offline. I'm just joking. I just gotta take care of something real quick. I'll be right back. Platoon, let's not wait any longer. People will join later or they can see the recording. Doesn't matter. Let's get right into it. So today we have a beta update, and I just wanted to do a quick review of what this is. And at this point, I'm starting to feel really sad for all the people out there who are still not in the know. We're still trading shit systems like MarketSpy, buy sell signals from groups and stuff like that, blindly jumping in on trades that don't make any sense. This thing right here, the operator, is alive, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is going to kick ass, and it's already bot-like. And we promised you in the beginning of the year that Bybit Pro is going to become like your second half, an extension of you, and it'll be better than the bot. It'll be better than the bot because you'll be fully in control, and you'll still be as quick as Flash, lightning fast. Now, this new update brings a feature that is so tiny yet so huge. I think I need to show some examples to spark some imagination and creativity in people's brains, because this thing is just going to make things so much easier. As you can see, we're in the place to be, MarketSpy.net. Inside of Bybit Pro, you are now able to load custom tabs that contain information about, for example, I threw a couple of them in just to demonstrate. We have LIB. Look into Bitcoin, for example. We have a variety of charts over here. Let's look at the stock to flow model from within Bybit Pro. Switch a tab. Look how the chart is looking good. Things are moving according to our plan. Let's switch over to a USDT chart right away. Look how seamless that is. Bazam. Look at that. Do you guys understand how big of a deal this is? There's not a single tool out there that allows you to do this. Once we're done testing it, once everything is smooth and ready to sail, we'll unleash the beast into the wild. And you can ride it. This thing right here is going to buy you time, and time is the most valuable currency that we have, like the commodity that is just, forget about Bitcoin and gold. Ladies and gentlemen, this thing right here is going to speed up the process of your analysis. Your execution time is going to half, if not 100x that. And many of you have been waiting for a feature that would allow you to access your Bybit account, and I have one running right here. We can modify them like this. Just delete this, and I'll show you how you can click on the edit button, click plus, put a label in, type bybit.com, and then for your URL here, you go HTTPS, secure connection, and then you put bybit.com. If you're traveling, this is VPN safe and everything, so it should be okay. Now it showed up over here. And when you visit this thing, it'll ask you for your information, just like any other browser. 600 bonus. Follow my link. 600 bonus. Don't fall for the trap of the $600 bonus. Check it out. We have inverse perpetual contracts right here. You click on it, or anything else is going to give you this chart. So you're trading using Bybit. You're going to get all your orders to show up here, and you can drag them around, click on them, cancel them, rearrange them, just like you would using the default Bybit interface that your favorite clueless YouTube
gurus are using to demonstrate how smart they are. And you can do that too. Now, from within Bybit Pro. So here are a couple of examples. I have MarketSpy, Bybit, look into Bitcoin charts. So imagine doing on-chain analysis, following a Twitter feed right here. Hell, load up my channel, Cryptopocalypse now, playing in the background, all within Bybit Pro. You can switch tabs. You can look at the trade setups. You can go back. And basically from within one window with a click of a button, take a look at the video, look at the charts, go to your own analysis setup. This is just... I think when MarketSpy came, I think a lot of people are still like, it's so... I think Bybit Pro is kind of like on track. Like I said, it's the most dynamic duo in the game right now. These two tools right here, MarketSpy, Bybit Pro, they're moving in tandem. And it will take some time for people to just realize and go like, oh shit. Because they're... like I said, they have to exercise that imagination a little bit and realize what is possible. With these new features over here, holy smokes. Guys, we have a beta test channel and I'm seeing people leaving this thing on auto run overnight and they wake up to profitable setups. Because this thing is just eating up orders from both sides, selling them, eating them up, selling them, eating them up. MarketSpy is showing them the direction. They cast a ladder. Boom, the buying and the selling starts without you being at the computer. You know what I mean? This blew my mind, like this little addition now. A couple of, there's so much more under the hood here that's going on. We're not gonna dig into it right now because I'm still evaluating and I'm playing with it. But from what I've seen, so imagine putting 12 different charts on here, your Bitcoin dominance, your total market cap. You're not trading them, but you can switch between them just like so. You know, and they just slide between one and the other, like pictures, like picture perfect set of all the information at your fingertips. So, consolidated order books. Crypto Lobster, for example, one of the providers. News, information, Crypto Panic, Cointelegraph in your tab. So as the trade is ongoing, you're not switching tabs, you're not going to your browser or anything like that. Boom, you're right there. You can monitor your Bybit account directly from the tabs. You can look at what orders are still pending, where they're sitting. Now, sometimes it's great to see those lines over here when you cast the orders because you could just, it gives you a good feel. You feel connected with the chart, and sometimes you might look at it and they might give you an idea that, look, I shouldn't be having any orders here, because when you're looking at TradingView and you cast it, you don't see where they are. Now, with this ability, you will see that you will have your TradingView built in, and you can rearrange them, anything. So think of it as a mini browser inside of here, a transgenic built in, and now it allows you to load up any website by clicking on this icon, going into like these unlimited windows, and tab them all up right here at the top. And anytime you need to access, perhaps you're following like some Twitter account or something for liquidations, for example, right? On-chain analysis, you're looking at Glassnode, all of that stuff is open right there, and you're switching between them while having your finger on the trigger right here to act on that information faster than anyone in the game currently, period. Guys, the traders out there, they have no idea. They have no idea. But this thing is on a mission to change how traders trade. This thing here is going to help people make profitable trading decisions faster. They'll trade more efficiently, more accurately. And with MarketSpy just signaling you and telling you like, look, we're in the buy the dip zone. Like today, for example, when you had that little retracement and baseline reclaim, you know, simple things like that. When momentum starts to go up again and you're here, this thing is so ferocious that we're actually going to do a couple of trades right now. Just throw some orders on there and see what happens. And you'll see how exciting it can be. Because this thing is just... I have to say that this is a group effort. So first and foremost, before I go any further, because I'm all excited throwing like celebration flags around, this is going to help me personally. This is my dream come true. This is now a professional market maker's tool that is accessible to the general public, and it's still an edge because nobody knows. And we're wielding like some powerful tools from the shadows. And even Bybit, they're clueless. People are advertising bots, robots, weird algos, like homebrew shit, you know? Market this, market that, built in the backyard of their little houses with a rotten basement. You know what I mean? These people are all over the place trying to impress you. But we're delivering the goods right here. And to me, I have to be grateful that we even have this, and I have to be thankful to all the participants and people who have shared ideas over the past, since we started the beta program about 5-7 months ago. We collected so much data, and we're able to come up with a lot of. We took the requests, refined it, Transgenics just masterminded it all, right? Put it all together, packaged it up, and you get to have it now. First class treatment. I mean, this is incredible. And this changes everything. This changes everything because I'm so excited. I don't even know where to begin, because I'm probably going to jump back inside of Discord, and I'm going to start collecting like links that you guys share, because you have some incredible tools at your disposal, and you got liquidity levels, this and that. So I'm going to throw it all in here, and at a glance I can access that information. And we live in the age of information, and you have an advantage here. This is what I call an edge, when you can quickly access the relevant data that you need. You have first class TA analysis tools. You have first class execution and trade management tool right here. And on top of all that, you have access to third party options now. Hell, in the future, can you say plugins, extensions, keyboard shortcuts? Unleash the Kraken. It's gonna take a while for many people out there, even those who are using Bybit Pro, to process this. I don't know, I'm having a hard time imagining what the end result will be, because we're just getting started. And we are already at the top of them all in terms of functionality, what we deliver, what's promised, and what's here. On top of them all that fish in the sea. This thing right here is gonna take over the world, trust me. And I really wanted to share this today firsthand before we dive into the charts, because I think that this is a major milestone. It seems like a small feature, but integrating like third-party sources for information here, when you're trading, and especially like multiple. By the way, look at this. Look at these plus and minus toggles over here. Now you can click them. So just yesterday we had to like type it in manually, minus plus. Now you just get to keep the number. And you go, wow, look at that. So short, long, and it's like it's calculating things in the background. It's opening the same number of shorts in the opposite direction while collecting profit from your long, like 5 orders ago, and now it's casting a fresh ladder because those 5 orders got filled, and it knows that, you know, it's going. I hope in the future we'll find a way to integrate like MarketSpy levels and stuff, bring it as close to automation as possible, but not go crazy and say, we have created an automated robot that is just Cynthia. All these promises of synthesizers. There's no such thing. It's never going to be profitable. And a couple of them, such as Goose X, that I've heard of, for example, are they're decent, but they're not something that you want to rely on long term. This is for serious people, right? It's not for you know, dreamers. This is down to earth, grounded stuff, right? Whew. Anyways, this is amazing. And tell me, what do you think, chat? Clifton, love you to death. You're keeping the spirit alive. Mikopat, Maxitor, Bybit Turbo, the regulars, and the others, quiet as ever. Say hello. We don't bite. We're family. We're family. Come on, guys. Let's just. I know times. I hope you're not shorting, because it can be depressing a little bit. It can be a little depressing in terms of timing the top. We don't do that. I don't know. I have stated, I have said my piece many a times, and you now have the full power and responsibility, because you have that information. It's your responsibility now what you do with it. But we're looking at an uptrend. Any dip that's incoming is a buy, and the first flip on the baselines intraday 15 1 hour is a long. Until now, I believe that we're now at a stage where we're nearing a very critical level, after which we will definitely, I don't care how bullish this is, definitely are going to see a correction. But allow me to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a 3-stage performance. The goal is the goal, and that is to go into this block right here between these two. And I mean, if this was our liquidity area prior to this dump, didn't hold, but it will resist. So I think, I mean, 50K is on the horizon. I don't know how we're gonna get there, but I'm gonna start scaling into a little hedgehog position. You know what I mean? Tiny little baby hedgehog, just in case. I don't feel comfortable about what I'm seeing here. Price moving so aggressively. Usually that's when I start thinking about selling a lot. And so stage 1 is almost complete, but it's not a straight line. Expect this to perhaps do something like this, right? We have this parabola here that is going to hold us still, or maybe it'll go down to here. I don't know, but basically it's still a buy the dip mode, and the third touch is not going to be anything to worry about. It'll hold, and again, that's down to 40s. Same setup, same as before. And we're looking for those, and we're trading in the direction. Directionally, it's up. And we're gonna have our first L, remember, second L, and we're looking at that final before the market will, I think, at the resistance, cool off. Just a lot of things are lining up here. A lot of things are lining up, and it's not an immediate one-trick pony. Bitcoin doesn't just jump and immediately come down. It jumps and floats in there. Walks on a few clouds, going ever so higher, before it gets bored and says, well, people were more interested in me down below. I took a little dip. And then down she goes. But so far so good. But the short is definitely coming up. Now, relative to this chart, right? This is not even log. This is not even log. This is the normal stuff. And I know we should be looking at log, but in this case, no. So, is it a corrective wave, or is it a full-on recovery? We'll see. This level gets flipped, and it's a full-on recovery, because I think it goes sideways here, right? And there's a possibility that it will actually. Don't get me started on this inverted head and shoulder potential here. in the following months. But also, like I said, maximum distance we're looking at, as in like we trade actively until then without too much worries. All right, basically right here, previous high, almost challenging the previous high. So until then, to directional trade, and we're buying them, you know, when they drop. Ooh, that's a classic. That's a classic. So appropriate right now. But yeah, so yeah. People are making money. You know, there's a definition. People say, you know, how do I make money in my sleep? Warren Buffett was talking about it. It took us that many years to get to the point where we are today, right now. Right here, Cryptopocalypse Now. Bybit Pro and MarketSpy delivering the bomb that allows us to make money in our sleep. And people, some of our traders have already started to do exactly that. It's a constantly working machine. You just have to babysit it a little bit, you know. There's still a risk. Obviously, it's not like click a button and kick back. But what if it is? Let's take a look with the lower time for a second. And look, now we don't have to switch accounts to go between charts. Remember, Transgenic is just a brilliant man. And in my book, there are people, Bitcoin maximalists, who are like Satoshi Nakamoto, right? For me as a trader, I'm like Jim Simons and his brother Transgenic, literally on the same podium, on the same pedestal. I'm looking at him like, you know what that guy gave to the world of quant trading, Transgenic took it and gave it to the world of retail traders. This is evolving right before your eyes, and many still do not realize. They will notice it once it's a freaking Godzilla smashing through the cities of trading desks, blocks of rookies, and everyone in between. This is going to turn beginner traders into good traders, and professionals. We're getting inquiries already from trading desks talking about bulk orders for a team of 7. You know how exciting that is? When people come along, they watch and they say, let's work. We need it. Oh, you need it? Well, we got it. Because there are a lot of people that have already traded this and they have access to it. And you guys are spearheading the revolution. Will there be another one? Some clone will come along and be like, me too. Of course. But remember to return the favor and hold the line and say, no, wait a minute. Credit where credit's due. Because no one's done this before. And the cypherpunks are in the background like,
I wouldn't listen to them, Sion.
You're absolutely right. They want what they can have, but they won't, because they still haven't lost enough to realize it. That's the thing. They have to lose enough to realize certain things in life, and they still haven't lost enough money with Cypher and all the garbage out there to truly come to realization and click and be like, why am I suffering? Why am I so miserable? Why am I so stubborn in my misery when I can free myself and do it right? I'm proud of our community. We have the greatest, brightest people, and I've never seen a Discord that chill. You know, I've been checking them out one by one, just speaking in, seeing what's up. So this is degraded world of politics and bullshit, which we lack. Not that we lack it. We just We left that garbage at the door. The minute you walked in and joined the server, you know in your heart, you left what wasn't working at the door. And now you're here to pick up on something fresh. Well, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This new update is just Pi cycle indicator. The top marker. Look at this. Wow, right? Like, well, I don't know how to use this. I don't know who owns this. Here's the Pi cycle. All right. Now in between here, she's not going higher, definitely. Pi cycle is serious business. I don't know how it works, but you can see the formula right here. You're just as clueless. Easy. Basically, it's a very slow moving EMA, and those things take forever. And when there's one in the way, you don't just go and, you know, disrespect it like that and rise above it. Look at it. It looks like there's a divergence developing. You know, we're going to see the top of the top soon. We're going to see it. But yeah, you can have your blog running in here, your Twitter feed, your, most importantly, Bybit.com. You can drag your, what are those things called? I don't even know, like price, like orders, live orders on the chart that show up as lines like this, right? You can just grab it, drag it around, rearrange them, you know, play the whole Lego thing, move your blocks, and then just Picasso your way through. Using Bybit. And sometimes, you know, sometimes it's great to see a clutter-free chart without any indicators, without anything, and just take a look at it like with a couple of clean lines and saying, that's interesting. I see what's happening here. I don't really see what's happening here, but I kind of understand what's happening here, and it's not looking too convincing at the moment. And suddenly, open your eyes and give yourself that freedom of choice by switching between charts instantly. And I haven't even, I'm gonna load up on this version of Bybit Pro, and I'm gonna throw a whole bunch of things in here, and like news articles is gonna be running in one thing, and you know, like a whole, I don't know, YouTube maybe, listen to some meditation music in the background while you're trading from within one window, nothing else is open, clean desktop, no clutter, second monitor is off, late night, and you're just watching Bybit Pro work. And what is it doing? Well, before we touch any of these buttons, let's just first scan the market and see what's going on in 1 hour. Now, when you see a wick like this, obviously it's not a red wick, it's not a rejection. You know this candle is going to be going up, and it's going to try to like take out the top over here, because everyone is thinking that, oh, sellers came in and now it's going to go down. It's going to do the opposite and go up, and then do the annoying thing that it does all the time, right? So with that in mind, you're still in the buy the dip mode after the fact. So it pumped. You have a little bit of space over here. So let's fill the space and see if we can dance around here within a $1,000, 600 range. And a 4-hour ATR. Let's put 100 on it. Why? Because I know it's gonna fill in partially. And if not, I'm just gonna bounce. I'm gonna roll the dice and get out. But we have a flag. If it's a checkpoint, then I want to be a part of that checkpoint, all right? And I'm gonna use the averaging. And the parameters we're gonna set here are gonna be very tight, because the show cannot go on forever. So we're gonna use like very tight numbers over here for demo purposes, and keep it within half of the 1 minute range to speed up the time, And here we're gonna go at 4 hours like this. We're gonna put in 2x the amount. Oh, he's trading so irresponsibly. Look. Once I go live and this thing is red, we'll talk then. Until then, watch and enjoy, because this is going to be interesting. Now this thing, once the orders start filling, I don't know. There's so many ways you can trade this now. Limit, same thing. Sometimes it's good on a limit. Sometimes it's a ladder. Sometimes it's a limit. You know, I have ladders above, also catching that side of the trade. Chaser, you have multiple exits and entries, and it's amazing. I can literally walk away from this, and it's just gonna jump up and down, dance in the range, go down a little bit, scare a few people, shake them off, because they all have single entries and they're probably over leveraged. So they're like, oh snap, oh, it goes out, oh it goes down, I'm in profit. No, I'm not. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Right? It's like, yeah, relax guys. I know the feeling. You don't have to explain what that feels like. I know it. I've been through there, because if you don't know that, then like I said, I've been trading long enough. You have to know all those feelings before you can go out in the world and start teaching love. You have to know the hate, the pain, the suffering. And you have to transcend that, rise above it, get enlightened, realize a couple of things about yourself, learn humility, and go forward. There's a stereotype, you know, about traders and how they're rowdy and they curse a lot, like Wolf of Wall Street, pretty much all of them trying to be. It's not true. All the movies, there are a lot of intelligent, smart folks that are out there on the floors, and they behaved. And they shown respect to one another. You know, it gets rowdy during the trading hours, but all in all, they're real gentlemen, very polite. Someone who don't even drink ever. You can't be drinking and trading all the time. You just can't. Most traders I know, they don't drink. They don't go celebrate like, yeah, let's do it. No, that's not the trader lifestyle. It's all movies in Hollywood that you've seen. It's a stereotype. God damn it, people. We'll explain it to them. You and I, together, as a team, we'll get it across the board and tell them that, look, especially, so when you see that, cocky people, you know, overly confident, people who are just like, yeah, I don't care. It's not real. It's not the real spirit of a trader. It's fake. It's a simulation. They watch too many movies themselves, and now they're influenced by that Johnny Depp or DiCaprio image or whatever the hell, right? All those guys. People watch Goodfellas and they think they're gangsters all of a sudden, you know? Traders, they watch Wolf of Wall Street or a gambling movie, a casino movie, and then they say, I've been gambling all my life. You've been watching movies about gambling all your life. You haven't been gambling all your life, because you'd be real humble if you did at this point in your life. Or I wouldn't be fucking hearing from you. You'll be living your life on Mars somewhere with $1 billion under your pillow. But that's not the case for most traders. Anyways, what are we on about here? Let's do it. Let's take a few trades. We'll increase the risk. This is gonna take too long. It's gonna take too long. How about we drop her down? 20 on 20, 15-minute ATR, 20K, buy long, and sell long. Let's accelerate the process a little bit. All right, let me get back to the chat real quick. What's going on over there? Whew. I'm real excited for Bybit Pro. Good morning, Ernesto. Hello, guys. We'll get to price action in a bit. We haven't even hinted at it yet. Let's get it on. This is the best setup in the world. Yeah, this right here. I know. Also, there's a time to be humble, and there's a time to just like look at this and say, you know what? We're the best. Nothing out there. And why is that? It's because there's nothing out there. It's not that we're the best among like 200,000 other options. There's nothing out there. And anything that they will come up tomorrow, they'll come up with some clone or some representation or something, you know? Some guys on my channel's like, CR, go check out my channel. My system is the only one that compares to... What are you talking about? We don't compare. We prepare, take care, and don't really care at the same time. This is personal. Trading is a journey it's very spiritual. It's you and other nomads trying to get to the same place. But there are different types of caravans all around. You know, there's hooligans, bandits around, there's merchants, there's the servants, the kings, and we're the ones in the shadows, not getting burned by the sun, using all this VIP treatment, the oasis. You find Cryptopocalypse now, you arrive at the oasis. After 30 years of roaming around in the desert, looking for some knowledge, looking for some substance, looking for some edge, empty promises and a mirage. It's all a mirage everywhere. And finally, you get to sip a fresh cup of morning dew. You say, I've been blind all my life, but now I'm ready. And it's not like me or any one of us will come up to you and say, you know what, you gotta, this is the top of the line, you know. No. They'll come to you. It's a natural occurrence, a self-realization, a thought that is born out of practice. Too much coffee indeed. Well, hey, good morning. This is so big that we're not even aware of it and what a genius transgenic is. Tell me about it. Yeah. I'm very excited about this. Let's get it crack-a-lackin', Clifton Lewis says. Push alert notifications from TradingView. I see where you're going with this. I underestimate a lot. Guys, not the ones in the... I'm talking about like the prying eyes, the new... The less fortunate ones who are stuck there with shitty systems and they're like, barely surviving. And those guys are yet to realize. They have yet... But some of you out here, 8Bear here is talking about push alert notifications from TradingView. Think about signal integrations, copy trading in the future, automation, MarketSpy, I can't wait. But it's not like I'm sitting here waiting, saying that, I can't do anything until that happens. I'm just saying what we have is plenty. It's more than enough. It's all the way up to here. It's more than enough. But more is coming. And it will keep on coming until we have ourselves a Death Star that aims at exchanges and goes gone. Gone. Catch me if you can. And they won't catch us. Because we'll be so swift with it. We'll know when, we'll know why, and we'll know how. MarketSpy is the when you pull the trigger. Bybit Pro is how you pull the trigger. It's the weapon. All the fake BS out there is why you pull the trigger. Because you don't need none of that. And Bitcoin, this crazy currency that just keeps on moving, it's alive, is what we're going to be trading with these tools. But it's true, we should switch over to some alts. I think alt season is in the making. Have you guys looked at the total 2 chart excluding Bitcoin? Almost at $1 trillion. No Bitcoin included. I know DeFi and things out there are putting on a show. So once it crosses that trillion mark, And once that money starts to flow back out into Bitcoin, yeah, don't be too quick to short this thing. Even if it's intraday, wait for it to fall and find a good entry. Get on the water, start averaging out. Start evacuating the boat, but don't abandon it. Just make sure that it floats. Unload some of the weight. Go for a swim, and then come back a week later. You should be good. Bitcoin, I think it's been in a macro bull the whole time, but you see, there's this one annoying thing about trading and traders and people who take it upon themselves to guide and educate, influencers, teachers, mentors. There's this thing where they can easily switch their opinion and like a bullish candle, they're like no longer bearish. And that's very annoying, I understand, especially if you've been planning to, and all of a sudden I can come along and say, you know what, the bull market is count. Right now I'm saying we're bullish all the way to 100K, and then tomorrow it starts crapping out. We're like, you know what, I'm kind of bearish. And that's natural because it's the market's fault. It's not our fault. The market is moving in that way. But I don't know what is macro. For me, a macro is an outlook for no. As a trader, not an investor. Investors are like macro, Willy Woo, and all those guys, right? They're your macro guys who are like sailor, they can be all poetic, nostalgic about the past, euphoric about the future, and they can talk about like 20 years out. I'm talking about like, I'm bullish till the end of the year. I'm not trying to build a position that I won't close by November. You know what I mean? In that regard, so that's why day traders, they tend to like flip-flop all the time, wearing flip-flops, One day we're wearing shorts, next day we're rocking longs, I don't know. So it's important to not be personal about this. I'm not saying there's an issue. There isn't. It's just a side thought. My brain went that way. I'm thinking about those things right now. And the reason why is because it annoys me, because I'd like to just hit it and forget it and let it ride, but it's not the case. This starts falling, creates a new low. I'm underwater for 3 days. I don't like the feeling. I'm starting to get sweaty. I have to average in. Real work, calculations, what ifs, buts, analysis, risk assessment, all of that's hard work. You're sitting there 8 hours watching every candle. It stresses you out, and you wish it was over. And you come to realize that now it's really the bull market has been canceled because of that one little tweet or whatever, right? It's been canceled. And my bull market lasts me, like I said, a year tops. And usually that's a good cycle, because Bitcoin's been going up for a year. Around May, you remember we were like, I don't know how much longer can it keep up, and then a couple of days later, literally, So it was getting ridiculous. At one point, it was just like, okay, this is like, you can't just keep a straight line up like this forever. It just doesn't work like that, right? But with this thing here, I think Bitcoin, like I said last week, is trying to tell us something, and it's telling us, get out of the way. Don't go hard short on any one of these, things that seem are good for a short. I don't know. It's trying to tell us to be careful, and I really respect ATR values, especially like directionally like this. Sometimes I look at these things and I say, entry was here, this distance, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, this distance, right? Imagine it went down from here. So that's kind of like an average for an hour. That's an average of how long the green lasts and how long the red would last. And so when it goes sideways like this, I don't know, we kind of got to keep the count from here that it's been diverging and trying to fall from there, and it times out. The market runs out of patience. People jump in, it times out. It's not like it started falling from here. It kind of started to struggle from here, you know, and it took all the struggle out, you know, the gain. It was probably looked like a single candle or something on the other time frame. A couple of candles. Usually it's just one. But again, dragon skin. Oh, this color is nasty, man. I don't know, it's like blood or something. I don't like it. It's not too positive for my. Let's keep it mellow yellow. What do you say? But yeah, sometimes I look at these things and I ask myself, you know, it's like it's been kind of in the red this whole time on 1 hour, but on 4 hours it's just finally dipping into it. And you know, the first signal is obviously going to be a little shaky, inconsistent, and maybe not true. And look at these flags over here. You're saying checkpoints, maybe pretty thick. Yeah, I don't know. So definitely no shorting. And last night I left you with a little warning and saying that there's an incoming dip, and whenever you see a bull signal on intraday, and that's your 15 to 1 hour chart, because these last about 4 to 8 hours, you know, per trade, and that's your buy. So you're capturing that bullishness, because just not gonna fail, because it hasn't been getting faded. So it wouldn't be faded now. And just keeps on going. Keeps on going. Right now, we're painting another flag. Although, I don't know, this volume comes in, and then it looks pretty big. But then another candle comes in, and it dwarfs all these other candles. So it's really hard to say if this is the final, if this was the final push. But I don't know. Anyways, we got orders running right now. Let some of them get taken out. Yeah, I'm not too interested in this. Check it out. This crossover over here. Yeah, I better respect it, you know. But there's space for it to go up. We have the fanning out of equilibriums here, so there's this good support, and chances of it falling is just very slim right now. And if it does fall, it'll be a quick recovery. So we're counting on that. And it's funny how I said, you know, let's do a couple of quick little trades and scale in there so that we don't waste time. And it's been like an hour already, and we haven't hit a single freaking trick because it's not dipping. It's not dipping. Let's try again. I don't know. Okay. Radosh. Are you building a short position now already? No. I mean, I was, but not. Anyways, no, officially not. When's the new update for Bybit Pro? QC. Once it passes QC, quality control, it'll be released into the wild. But soon. Everything is soon. Relatively new feature and Chaser now includes this thing where you can put like minimum and maximum order. So it'll you go like 1 minute ATR. Look, it says minimum distance and then maximum distance. TG described it as clamping the ATR value. So if it exceeds it, or because sometimes there's a sudden pump, and then all of a sudden ATR value is jacked up, as he described it. And so this value is used. So the minimum distance would be like something like 100, and the maximum distance is 1,000. So it's going to calculate. It's going to stretch out this 1 minute ATR between these numbers. It's going to like contain those contracts within that range. So if it starts to go crazy, it'll just spread them out and not get stuck at the top or the bottom. Like this is, wait till you get it. Wait till you have it. And I'm expecting another week of silence in our Discord. A lot of new people coming in is like, why is it so inactive here? There's nothing to say. MarketSpy is doing a phenomenal job. Bybit Pro is keeping traders busy, experimenting and making money. Every once in a while we have a chart, we speculate collectively, and that's always welcome. But to actively talk about, like, we already know everything there is to know. And newer traders are encouraged to ask questions, but they don't for some reason. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe I miss most of them. I don't know. I've been less active lately inside our Discord. There are good reasons for that. But I'll be back. But overall, what I'm saying is most of us are just busy. You just sit there quietly, listen to your favorite Spotify playlist, get in on a trade, execute that trade, feel the pleasure of doing it through Bybit Pro, watch that number go up in the green. MarketSpy gave you another perfect trade over here. Baseline reclaim, square, reversal, pyramid, boom. Look at this. Pump right here. Prior to this, same setup, shorter distance, but we take profit the way we take profit. We should be in profit anyways. A couple of candles, you're up to like 0.5% of your account. Obviously, this is something that you're looking for because you're thinking, okay, bullish market. Any bull signal on MarketSpy is a buy for an intraday play. And then you're gifted like this whole uptick in like 1, 2, 3 FOMO candle. Now, what's the play now? I don't know. It always happens in a weird time. Like your time, it probably happens like at night before you go to bed. My time, it happens when I'm still drowsy, like 8 a.m. or something like that. You know what I mean? Just waking up, just getting up, trying to start my day, and it starts moving. And so we end up in this weird limbo time zone where price already pumped or dumped, and now it's just consolidating, and we're trying to talk about examples and how to trade it, and it's just not doing anything. And we wait and we wait and we wait. 4 hours later, what happens? I say, I've had enough. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I gotta go get some rest. I sign off, and it starts moving. And it starts moving. So this Bybit Pro thing is coming out soon. Niller 10. Marty Jan, welcome. Alex for real. Message retracted. Probably some top secret message that was very meaningful, but now, unfortunately, we'll never know the secret of the universe that was contained in that message. I don't know what it was, but it got retracted. Don't worry, guys. There's nothing you can say that's offensive or inappropriate here. Just be polite and respectful to one another. Be excellent to each other. Right? The greatest quote in all of history. Like, I don't know. Be excellent to one another. That's the kind of phrase that would make like the Buddha and the Jesus types go jealous. You know what I mean? It's like, I should have said that. Like that exact, but no, it had to be Bill and Ted. And they nailed it. And that's truly is what we need here. So other than that, there's nothing. And party on, dudes. Yeah, exactly. Alt season is going up. Ethereum is about to take its own ride to the moon. That is true. It's moving. I'm gonna set up all these charts over here. As a matter of fact, let me go get some water. I'll come back and we'll throw on an Ethereum pair over here. And then just Bybit Pro. Look at it. Look at it go. Look at it go. I have it. I have access to it. I can use it, and I'm still salivating over it. Not understanding that how great of a we're lucky few. We're the lucky few. Trust me.
And party on, dudes.
Yay! Ta 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 ta. That's what I think. So Ethereum, right? Ethereum just breached the neckline here. I think it would be appropriate for it to do maybe a first consolidation flag here. I don't know, unless this bounce just keeps pushing it higher. But the next level of supposedly resistance is it's sitting right here. It's quite a bounce, the initial, and then it broke and we had resistance. So we had 2 hit points right here, 1, 2, and then prior to that a small one here. So IMO, huge range that if it plays out and consolidates here, yeah, we're gonna see some fireworks here on Ethereum, because there's really nothing in the way. However, there will come a time, right? This must be. Once again, I like to do this. I don't know, and I think it's not here. It's definitely not here. Especially if we're gonna have a little high. But once we have a couple of candles that line up like this, sideways, yeah, we need to breach this. We need to go. Then we may see a little confirmation for a consolidation sideways. So at which point, for someone like me, it could be a little opportunity here to maybe go long on Ethereum when the time is right. But if it tops out and everything comes crumbling, then it's pretty steep. So far, this price action here, right? It's kind of like the average of this. Almost an identical copy of that, and I don't know how much more juice. That's what I'm saying. We should be ready for a potential reversal short term. And that's Ethereum, right? Hey, looks like we sold like 5K contracts. Cool. Let's see what I mean. Bybit Pro. No more sell orders. Okay, we're gonna go and buy in. On a 15-minute ATR, which could potentially bring us down to about double that range. Let's go a little bigger and increase the risk a little bit here. Average would be if it 45.5. It's good. Too many visits. All right, cool off time. We gotta wait a little bit. Look into Bitcoin. So this was our classic chart. You guys remember this one? From the CR Market Insights, and we had these levels, maximum distance up to here. Kind of went a little lower, but that's okay, whatever. What is this telling me right now? Now we can use these levels. A couple of videos back, 10 videos back, 20, we talked about how we can use previous levels where we have set, like, our work should not go to waste, and we should keep some of the charts that are on a bigger scale could prove to be valuable. And I think we're nearing like a range territory here. and that's up to 50. I think there's a potential here that we range in here. I only got my first L. I only got my first L over here. As far as I'm concerned, this was number 1, and I'm gonna wait for my 2 right here. And then finally we're due for a correction. But on the 4-hour chart, I don't have that set up yet. So we have, for example, this long consolidation here. First bump, no L. Here goes 1, or 2, 3, and every time we had a correction on a knee. So let's take a look at immediate threat, if there's any. Oh man, switching between these now is like yeah. So R1 is a very, very dangerous territory over here, and the reason being is because this is a monthly resistance, right? So if we can flip that, I am probably going to impulsively market long this up to like 48, maybe 50, but we're not, I'm not expecting us to spend a long time up here, but we're getting there. We're getting very close. Question is, are we painting a little bull? Momentum is horrible, horrendous on this pump. But long-term trend flow is still healthy, and the more red we see, the more buying opportunities we're presented with. So we're gonna see a little bit of red over here, and when this falls down and we're in the green clouds still, I think we have a tiny little buy entry there. Obviously it'll be a divergence if this thing falls right a little bit from this point over here to this point that's going to be created. There's going to be a little yeah, it may go lower if it goes lower like this. Yeah, so we have potential buy there in this region right here. So if that happens, yeah, a couple of powerful reversal candles right there. Now this wrecking ball is getting very near the price action here. Let's see what happens. So far, there's only resistance in the way. And weekly, we actually closed above it, bounced away, and now facing resistance again at R1 here, and the pivot high on the weekly here. So yeah, let's see if this flips R1. Little divergence too over here, but it's I'm not really using the oscillator here for divergences, but the heat line here is in confluence with it too, so I rely on the heat line a lot for divergence. And see what it paints. 13 minutes to go, then we can take it. No, it doesn't make sense at all. But we're demonstrating the power of Bybit Pro, and we don't have a lot of time. And so we talked about this in the beginning, Radosh. I think you came in late, but I That one was 300, 150, and 100 or something. Anyway, we cut that in two. Not in two. Actually, we cut it by a lot. And just to see how quickly you can stack up, because yeah, a lot of people don't realize what automation is. You're trading dollar moves or basis points. You're not holding it. And I'm not really touching it. I'm relying on momentum here to make this play, right? I'm relying on momentum to keep us bouncing around here. If it was a trading setup, like, you know, if you were to tell me, is this where you're setting up for the next like 48 hours? No, of course not. Of course not. Absolutely. But see what it's doing? My hands are right here. I'm just watching it, and I'm enjoying it. You know, those little sats. There's zero stress because we know directionally that's the right thing to do, and we also have the tool to act on it, and it's beautiful. I mean, what else can we ask for? So it's not a trade that we're doing live for others to see. We're doing it to show the power of Bybit Pro and the implications of using it therein. Because like I said, a lot of people, they're not ready for it. How do you Marty JN says, how do you think? What do you think about switching between BTC and Ethereum to gain profit and maximum gains? Not a professional trader, just a question. It's funny because professional traders, they usually ask questions. It's the ones that think they know, are the ones that are just not, you know, they think they know, but they don't know. Good question right there, Marty J. I think people should be in Ethereum. I was never a part of it from the beginning, reversing, but I think there's something to gain there for sure. And I think if you're long, I personally, if you got in earlier, like 2000 or something, then I would just keep holding it. I thought 2,000 for it was a good price. 3,000, that's great, you know. So, if it dips down a little bit, I feel like there's it's got a great setup. The dip is not going to be a reversal, even though it'll look like one. It will not be a reversal. It will be one more opportunity to pick it up cheap. And the stronger the chart is, the higher it will go. And Ethereum is positioned right now, by the looks of it, to maybe consolidate, put some doubt in people's heads, and then go higher. I think it'll keep creeping to like 4K and over. Because the chart is very strong, you know? The chart is looking very strong. It's not. We get bearish when there's like a blow off top, when price just kind of spikes stupid high for no reason, right? And it starts retracing, and there's like this conflict of, you know, feelings are all mixed in, and the market is telling you, like, some people think it's too expensive now because they're starting to take profit. Others think that we broke it. That's when you start playing it on the cautious side. But right now, I think Ethereum's a long, and will continue to be a long for a little while. Getting in right now with leverage for me doesn't make any sense. I'm not really looking at it. I mean, it's already made it this far. Why would I chase it now? I just don't have that much stake in it. I don't have over 100 Ethereum to make a difference and use it as if it retraces, right? I don't think I'll survive it based on the chart, because it's a straight line right now. So I'm not really interested. But it's looking like a good trade still for those that are in it. They have nothing to worry about, I think. Sometimes you miss it. Since last year, I took a little break with Ethereum, but 2 years prior to that, I traded that heavily. And that was, it was really like, it was like $78 or something, $80, I remember. So that was an opportunity, but right now, thinking about longs, kind of missed the boat. I'm cool with that. As long as I understand what that means, it's fine. Is it? Does it go up when Bitcoin goes down? I think it's the first time in history where they're kind of on their own paths right now, but I think the majority of them are pretty tied to the king, Bitcoin. But if that's the case, then I think it's a first. I don't think it's the usual behavior. Anyways, it's always questionable when things start moving in different directions. Not a good sign in the markets. Whatever it is, it's not a good sign. Manias and like hopefulness, it's not uniformed. You know, there's no uniformity. Money just starts, gets thrown all over the place, right? There's no uniformity in the market, and that to me, you know, divergence is the worst time. And if that's what's happening right now, the industrials, the Dow Jones, the S&P, Bitcoin, if they're all diverging against one another, I don't know. It's not a good sign. Not a good sign. Hey, I'm gonna resort to 1 second chart and 1 minute 1 minute chart. I have no choice. We're wasting our time sitting here looking at this thing. Okay. Confluence. Bring it down. Yeah. Oh man, if we have this setting up for an immediate So usually we have retests, right? That's the only time when we're actually allowed to consider buying. Not anywhere at the top. Unless it starts consolidating for a prolonged period of time, then maybe. But it has to start coming down. So we're gonna go the opposite direction, and since we're not holding and want to sell and demo the Bybit Pro, I don't know why we're not getting any orders. Where are the orders? What happened to the orders? What happened? I thought we had it. What's going on here? Getting canceled for some reason. I don't know. Okay, drop it, drop it, drop it. I want to. There it goes. Okay, so we should be able to pick up a few. It's very little. What do we have? 30 minutes? 500 range? Nothing. We can do a Bitcoin. Let's go. Yeah, see, if you know fundamentals, right? What Clifton said there is that one, they are breaking apart from one another, okay? And Ethereum's core fundamentals have changed. The value proposition has changed. Ethereum is now burning on every transaction. So what I understand here is that it is more deflationary. Now, before it was like an infinite number of coins out in the open, and now they have created artificial scarcity. So basically every time there's a transaction, a little bit of Ethereum gets burned and there's less of it in circulation while the dApp ecosystem is growing. And that's what I'm saying. In the future, I think there's a good chance that Ethereum would be worth a lot more, just some pure speculation, you know. But FTX exchange is the only one that I was able to find that has I still have to study how their derivatives and the bull tokens are structured, like what's the payout mechanism, how funding works and stuff like that. But I think it's the only one that offers a derivative on Ethereum that is not directly this is just a purely speculative token. There's an Ethereum bull token, and it's the only instrument that I might consider because I can put a little bit of money on it but still make huge returns versus buying pure Ethereum right now, and maybe if it crashes, just losing that value and sitting on those tokens. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. Just based on that message right there by Clifton. You know, that's huge. The market will just, like, you know, they won't sell it. They'll get it out there. People will look at it, do the 2 + 2 = 4 little calculation in their head, and they'll say, wow, it's like a cheap Bitcoin. If Bitcoin was 2K, and that's what's going to push the price up 100%. But getting in now on that straight lines, I don't know if it's the right time. I'll wait a little bit. I'll see what can be done with Ethereum, but I don't know. Hey, are we selling a little bit? We're selling a little bit. See, that's the kind of automation that this is beautiful. This is just like field work. You go out there, you get a set number of orders to execute. You have access to the funds. You identify levels and you say, this is a good level to buy into and sell into. As a small-time liquidity provider, there's nothing better than the feeling of serving the market instead of the market serving your ass. You know, you have to look at things this way. You are serving the market. Look. So, and every time there's learning. There's learning all over the place. There's learning all over the place. Right? You make your prayer. You're like, okay, if this is a bigger time frame, what would happen here? Would this happen? Would you be ready for this? What about the dot? Doesn't matter. Look at this flag. See that? It's dropping. And it's going to make the distance like to about half here. Look at that. From here to about here. There it is. Usually goes to about half. That's just how it works. You know, front running, you got to price in a little bit of greed. And it doesn't usually make it all the way to the target area from the flag. And it goes up for a retest. Usually. Notice I said usually. But this is a 1 second chart, right? So, but nevertheless, great learning opportunity there. Price action. And this was a bigger time frame, right? That's kind of like you're targeting that distance and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna take profit if I'm short. I'm gonna take profit, right? And 90% of my holdings, I'm getting profit. See? Now that happens. That happens. It's fascinating, isn't it? It is a living organism. It's alive. I don't think the markets are manipulated at all. I just think that humanity in general is hard to understand, and this chart reflects the mood and the grief and the joy and the desires of all these men and women who are participating in the market. Each transaction just recorded. Some of them stick out. Yeah, whales, you know, they put in a trade and chart flips, but it's still influenced by that person and their mind. For some reason people think that whales don't get shored up. Whales don't get trapped and get liquidated. They get liquidated all the time. By the way, those $1 million liquidations you see on Twitter feed, that's not whales getting liquidated. That's the crypto faces of the internet and similar. Twitters and all that. They $1 million, $2 million position is... You won't see it now out of the blue. It was already bought a long time ago and is being held. But the ones that show up now, suddenly, randomly, that's not whale games. That's just degens, you know, going all in. One shot. We're not gonna get that trade in, Ori. Repeat process. So what happened to the sell orders? Where are the sell orders? The sell-off has begun. Sell orders stopped due to many visits. Yeah, there's an issue. Now, if you're like Radosh, who has $10 million in his account, you can apply for an API rate limit rebate, and they will allow you to place more orders in a shorter period of time. So no problemo. But for the rest of us, we have to wait sometimes. Five minutes underwater is not diving, Radosh. We're talking about days is when Sujitsu gets activated. Not like a few hours, you know. Days. Limit orders take profit is multiplied by 3, 4x. That's where you get an API limit. See, I told you. He knows. Would be nice to figure out the perfect take profit preset for ATR range on a buy sell ladder. It's different every day. But if you do figure something out, please share. I don't think it's possible, but where there's a will, there's a way, Radosh. There's a will, there's a way. So it's looking like a Suijutsu adventure in the making right now. Okay. And if it's a Suijutsu adventure in the making, then I'm gonna abruptly end the stream and say, all right, folks, it's time to go. I'll see you later. It's time to go. Nothing to see here. And be like, I'm tired. Turn off the stream. I did take the... Are you... Alex! For real? Are you watching this? The trade is closed. We just made a little bit of profit added to the daily Stackola over here. Look at that. Right here. Where's our closed P&Ls? Right here. We just exited this full thing basically. Without doing a thing. We're down doing the thing. We just looked at this over here. And then went preview long. We checked out the level we were interested in. And then I clicked buy. And then we exited and profit easy peasy. We for sheezy. Yeah, and we did it. Now from over there, on that side of the screen, on that side of the stream, some of you guys may be thinking, got lucky on that drop. No, this is what we have to do. We have to give them what they want. They're selling, we're buying. It's called a trade. We're dealing. And when we bought a little bit, we're selling it slightly higher. And with Bybit Pro, you can do this all day long. All right? It's just that you kind of have to understand the price action here. We turned on the 1 second and 1 minute, and this is more of a feel. We have two moving averages, 50 and 200, and that's it. And for these time frames, that's a very short-term sort of be directionally aware overall on smaller time frames and see if there's a chance for you to exit or not. But it's 30,000 contracts, and we got rid of them all. 27. So we can cancel the rest of them now. And now that we had this little drop, what does that really mean? Low and higher low is coming up. So now I'm going to go sell, and this time I'll scale out to 4 hours. Okay, wait. I lie. First, what you have to do is you go minus. Flip this to minus, okay? That's how you get to know it. Flip minus. Too many visits, blah, blah, blah. Being too aggressive here. So we're low on time, low on patience. Why are we shorting this consolidation? Because it's a lower time frame, but I'm seeing like the first low over here. So I don't know. Higher low, first higher low. All right, so I'm gonna do the 4 hour just in case. Yeah, only reduce open. So Bybit Pro, automatically what it does is now it posts reduce only open position, like turns on automatically. And what that means is that it will always take the other side for you. So if you're selling, it will flip to buying, and it will only reduce, like it will not mess up and add more to your position. Like, let's say you're selling 5 contracts, but by accident you said I want to buy 10, but Bybit Pro will take care of that and say no, you're only going to buy 5 and cancel the other 5. The other 5 goes out the window. So this way you only end up taking profit and not suddenly flipping, because you can fat thumb your way through Bybit's normal terminal here by doing so. Oh, this is so disgusting. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it. Great product, but that it reminds me of all the YouTubers who are just sitting there looking at that screen for 5 hours, you know? Like this thing over here is like, get it out of here. Get it out of here, please. Please, what are you doing? DJN Central. Get it out of here. 34 hour. Again, turn this off. All right, because it's a self-defense mechanism on Bybit Pro so that you don't end up losing money by accident. We flip to minus 30, minus 15, minus 10, minus 5. An average of all of them being about a $40 range you're selling into, which equals to a 1 minute ATR, which for this stream is quite nice. What we want to do. Okay, let's do one more. Clap our hands. Amaze balls. Bybit Pro. By the way, the setup is the same. We're looking for a decent pullback. We're looking for a bull signal on MarketSpy like what we had earlier today. We're looking to, again, participate in that. The only thing is, if you're going to bed, okay, if you don't have time to trade and you're going to bed, I recommend you scale in deeper, like for actually from this blue box down to like 39. I'm not even kidding, like from 42 to 40 if you're going to bed. There's a lot of things can happen on a 4-hour time frame. We have seen 20,000 drops before in 8-12 hours window, right? So I'm always ready for that. We don't know when the black swan event is going to hit us. Could be anything, right? Could be anything, literally anything. Butterfly effect. Something happens in the world out there. Global news headline. Like that time during the 9/11. God rest their souls. You know, it's just boom. It just, you know, you just couldn't see it. Couldn't see it. It is, you know, you cannot be caught. So I recommend when you're going to bed and when things are not in your control, they barely are in your control now, but when they're really not in your control, when you're not witnessing it, when it doesn't exist and it's out there and you have orders open, just cast them lower. Fish for it. You know, if they hit, most likely you got yourself a great entry on that deep retrace, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 drop, you know, nice. But if it doesn't happen, wake up and now do it more, you know, in a controlled environment. Don't set your orders like on this ladder, for example, like within a 30-minute ATR and just go to sleep, because you have to be around to take care of it, you know. But our conviction here is that Bitcoin has spoken, and it's telling us that I want to test. By the way, it's gonna top out soon, but that doesn't matter. If there's a pullback before that, it's a buy. I wanted to bring your attention to this chart before we call it a night, call it a day, call it a session for regression. So I wanted to bring this indicator up, OBV, and it just looks at volume and price action together, right? And I also want to bring up the 12-hour chart and show you price action from this angle, right? Higher highs, and it's a third L on somewhere around over here. This has been going down, this has been going up, so we diverged and we went up. Okay, cool. Now we're forming a divergence here. Do you see it? And it's true, because if you look at the volume, even on that same Ethereum, look at the volume, like over here. Look at the volume spike over here, and then an instant come back to the HC. Half candle theory. Bam. Yeah, on this volume. Now look at this volume comparatively to these clusters over here, for example, right? Look at a straight line that equals to this line over here. There's always a possibility that we are topping out, and we have to consider that. That's why I'm not even interested in it right now. Like if I see this and I see this, and I want to know what the top will be, and I want to see at least like a lower high before considering buying. If I see this, I know we have a pullback coming. Now here, if you saw this, you'd think like, oh, okay, maybe we have support over here. And we have over here, we're trading market enemy. Our order block will be sitting right over here in the initial trade. And of course we have a double bottom, we have a break, and if that materializes, we have a long way to go. But we don't know if that's... We need to have that handle. We need to have that little handle. What could it be? I don't know. How deep can it go? So volume is something that I don't really care about. But mind you, this is Ethereum perpetual contract derivatives on this specific exchange. And I just wanted to point out the fact that if we looked at USDT, for example, in comparison, then we have like the amount of USDT that went back into the market is extreme in volume. And here we have like 12 hours. Ooh, that's looking like a serious doji over there. Second in a row. 7 hours to go. Let's see how it closes. Huge divergence forming too. Both on the RSI, on Lightning, wave trend momentum, and our heat wave right here is also diverging. And this went a little, this was uncalled for. I don't know how greedy can the market be, but these things don't end well. And when they don't end well, that's when we start preying on the weak price action and looking for to scoop it up when it's down on its knees, down below here somewhere. You know, I don't know where that level will be, but for tomorrow, I am definitely looking at the most obvious point, which is pulls back a little bit. I can see a doji, next red candle, another one drops. I think I don't know if I want to buy here. I'll see if it there's no space for it to consolidate. Like if it drops down to here from the peak, for example, let's speculate. You know, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but let's prepare ourselves. And that's gonna take about 5 days, a whole week, if it's a slow drop. If it happens, right? Where are we buying? Because we're looking to get in on this. It's bullish price action regardless, and the market doesn't flip bearish until it has to spend some time being uninteresting before we start spilling. So immediately, like this level is a key interest, right? This blue box, number one. All right, but at the same time, yeah, for the intraday, at the same time, it will need to bounce fast. And if it doesn't, if it starts doing this under the grind line, then I think we're buying lower, much lower. And people who buy pullbacks, just like breakout traders, may end up getting into a bad position. And if this thing builds another shoulder over here and decides to go lower, it is entirely possible that we still maintain a very healthy pullback structure. And one scenario and one possibility that we talked about is that we create a double bottom, a prolonged bull recovery, which would be very healthy actually. And from here, we can start some real fireworks. If the market, you know, if there's something that will shake it. I don't know, there's like some regulations talk right now, some bill getting passed. People don't like it. I don't know what the deal is, but we'll probably see it on the charts before they publish the article. and the FUD news comes out, we'll see a setup. But right now, my only worry is this may not hold, so I'm not interested to go heavy here. I'm definitely more interested to go long over here. And I don't think we have seen the HC level yet. So wherever it tops out, this still remains, from our previous discussion, remains our key level of interest to buy Bitcoin, which sits at about 36 to 35. Okay. And that's about it. And tomorrow, if you see a setup on MarketSpy, take a trade. You do it every day, and you're gonna get your 1% in. If you happen to be about around the charts, and if you see something like, I mean, you can't even see it here on a 12-hour. What's changed since we were last streaming? Nothing. Literally 2 candles changed. Nothing. We're still here. We're still here. So, but there were so many opportunities today, and the time when we hung up yesterday, a couple hours later, there was an opportunity there as well. On the short, didn't last as long, but still, this candle was up for the taking, and that's plenty. You know, that's $1,000 candle or thereabouts. 3,000. I don't know. It was more than that. My range was about 1,000, and it was like 0.4 leverage or something like that, right? So that got picked up from the bottom, as we had discussed in the platoon CR Market Insights, where we talked about the structure and that the incoming dip warrants a buy on a MarketSpy signal, which we had. We had a reversal pyramid, of course. The lower time frames were first to tell us that there's a reversal imminent. And yeah, tomorrow I'm looking forward to playing with this. By the way, if you're wondering if I'm keeping these sell orders, no. I wanted to see if we could get a couple of them in before we sign off, but definitely not. Even though I believe that the end is nigh. I don't know when, but this blue line is my true resistance, unlike this one right here, which was perceived resistance that the market saw, and hence why it got run. It's not a real profit-taking level. It got run, sped over. Nobody cares about it. We were bullish at this 38K retracement here. And yeah, but we're very close. Like right now, in my eyes, for an immediate setup, shorts are kind of starting to look a little bit more appealing at this point. At this point, I hate to disappoint, but we're looking at a short setup, ladies and gentlemen. No, but seriously, whatever happens, the pullback is one right here. No space for it to retrace, so it has to be a bounce immediately, or we break this and we have to close a break even as soon as we can and aim lower, for sure. Because that break over there will trigger a sell-off down to these levels, back down to 37, 36, thereabouts, right here at the HC. We never visited it, we will. And then there's like some sort of resistance here on the blue box. That's our previous area of interest, right? That I think makes sense, and it's actually is going to hold this time. So yeah, looking forward to that, but not expecting it to actually happen overnight. So we're still chilling, and let's see what happens. We're very near to a key level here. And also not far high into it that we can buy a retrace if it happens for a second chance. So both ways it's looking great, from up here and from down here. So tomorrow I'll assess the market and see if I can get in a short, if it would be appropriate to be short here or not. Depends on the momentum. I want to see if this divergence plays out. I think if it does play out, it's still a buy signal when it happens. By the way, it's not the only, like all of these oscillators here are diverging right now, including the short-term trend flow, which shows us that you know, not really that much money. And volume profile here shows us that we have 3 even candles here, and it's kind of like declining now. It's kind of declining. So whatever the consolidation brings here is going to take a while, right? So blue box a buy for me, up to 1x, a little heavier from down below. Otherwise, I'm not touching it now, and I'm not shorting it now. I want to see if we're here trending here tomorrow, and then I'll consider shorting at the peak. This is my first L, my second L, hence the pullback, and the third one. You see where I'm going with this, right? So let's wait for it. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. And Simon says, I'm just hoping with all my energy to have the ladder with take profit that automatically restart in both directions every time and close the trade. Oh man, this thing will do it for you. Bring the energy to the market is great. Huh. Yeah, no. This whole video, Curate Bagaret, this whole video is dedicated to this beautiful new version of Bybit Pro, which allows us to have built-in tabs to look at on-chain data mesh. What's the other one? Look into Bitcoin, Glassnode. Don't use that quant, what's it called? That guy is fake as hell. One-man army, talking about having an office. I have personal beef with him. He's across the street from here. Quant something. South Korean firm. One guy. I don't like him. I don't like his analysis. I don't like his telegram. I don't like his stupid speculation about whales controlling the market and all that bullshit. He's been wrong on many occasions and cost people millions of dollars. He threw in a quant in the name of his company to make all the newbies go, wow! You know? But he's a university dropout. Science. Physics guy. I don't like him. Kim Ju something. But anyways, Glassnode is where it's at. That's just down to earth, a little bit expensive, you know, but if you have access to it, right here. Bybit Pro. Now you can get to, you have Bybit Pro. You can access and control your charts. You know, you can do all sorts of magic, voodoo magic here. You can move your orders around while executing them, and it's reflected in real time, so you don't have to go to a second browser window on a second monitor. Your second computer, your laptop can finally rest. Doesn't have to be on 24/7. This thing automatically flips all pairs in the world right here included. Everything. Buying, selling, small increments. You're making a killing in fees. These small numbers, you're a market maker. Bybit hates you. Carl the Moon hates you. Everybody hates you because they're not making money from you. You're not getting stopped. You're trading limits and Bybit is forced to pay you. You guys are most wanted with MarketSpy and Bybit Pro in your possession. So have fun. Have fun because that's how it should be. All right? And don't worry if you've been having a rough week, month. Things always turn around. Just don't forget to take a break every once in a while and breathe. Step away from all of this nonsense. It's not going anywhere. This madness will continue to dance around on these candles. You'll come back, same story, nothing changed. Maintain and preserve what you have Keep that USDT, keep that Bitcoin. Don't give them a penny. Starve them so that they work harder to provide a better service for us instead of just relaxing and profiting off of idiotic traders all around the world. You know what I mean? Let's be more diligent and lead by example and tell them that we want Bybit to improve where it matters. And be honest with us, because our money's there. Ladies and gentlemen, cheers. I'll talk to you later. It is time to go. Buy area, strictly in the blue. Trend line is a buy. If a MarketSpy signal pops up after a little pullback, it's a buy. And R1 is my ultimate resistance for now. If we flip the green CPR level here, I don't expect us to spend time in that territory long. I think blue from R1 to R2 is a short, but I want to wait and see if we actually go up there tomorrow. And I'm going 1x into a short most likely. Even if it taps 50, 51, 52, I don't care. I'll give it a few days. She'll drop. So, excuse me, I have to hang up and go play with Bybit Pro and experiment more. So many exciting features. There's an automatic bracket inside of Chaser where you have minimum maximum distance. It's ridiculous. Like these ATR values now are clamped within a range. So when you see there's a description, minimum distance in case the ATR value goes low. Like for example, we're trading sideways right now. The ATR value, like look at these pathetic little candles. So we're trending sideways, right? But look at these monster candles before that. So if they go low, this will stretch it out. You know, it'll say no. If you drop all of a sudden, minimum distance you can go down to from like 100, maximum you can go up to 1,000, and you know I'm going to contain you. Look, we're going to do a tutorial, full breakdown of the new features when the final version comes out and introduces all of that to you, my fellow traders. Give us a couple of weeks and you should have it in your pockets soon. This is going to be awesome. You're going to love the new features. The way it feels, you have to experience it. You're looking at it, you're like, yeah, nice, whatever, browser tab. Trust me, like the ability to just trade with confidence, my friends. I'll see you soon. I gotta go. Love this session. Thank you for the chat. Awesome. Until then. And here we go. Stay away from the t-shirt. I can't get rid of it. It's just a way to end the stream. I don't know how it got there. I can't get rid of it. I'll figure it out later, but don't fall for it. The mug, go for the mug. I have 2 of them. Coffee done right. Protect the bag! Clifton, that's going to be our official... I'm taking it. Protect the bag! Yeah, you know what? Let's make it...